My question is for Robert and Ming, because you've done it the most, but when you're traveling... Excuse me? When you are traveling using the stones, is it super confusing to keep it straight who is who, and do you have any tricks that you use to get through that?
Yeah, well, when we get stoned, a challenge, because it's always trying to remember when I'm being serious. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, it's always really difficult sometimes to remember which character you're supposed to be, and then incorporating a lot of the mannerisms of the person you are now in the body of to convey to the audience that, I mean, there was a couple of moments of being stoned where I'm sorry, at least that's what I call it. No one knows what I have called it. That's what at least I call it.
Oh.
Such prudes. Where I was had to play a quadriplegic, so that, you know, moments like that, it's very challenging, and I love it as an actor when I have to do scenes where I was also in the body of Dr. Perry, and she has very unique mannerisms with her hands because she was a quadriplegic and now she's able to walk and move and feed herself, and you know, so her mannerisms are very distinct to that particular character. So it's been a great challenge and a lot of fun. And when I say when I get stoned, it doesn't mean I'm.
Next. Being from Vancouver, I've always felt that the Stargate franchise had a great relationship with the city, and I'm curious as to what you guys are feeling about the city now that you're the next show.
I want to move there. I'm from there. I love it. It's just gorgeous. Actually, we're taking a family vacation up there this year. It's just one of the most wonderful, beautiful places in the world with amazingly kind, fun people. Vancouver is awesome. If any of you if you've never visited, you need to go. Now I'm a travel agent.
This question is for Mr. Cooper. For all the Marines that love your show, please stop calling Master Sergeant Greer's character Sergeant. Or top.
I'm sorry? Last part again?
The correct reference is either Master Sergeant or top. Most Master Sergeants, you call him Sergeant and push him to deck.
I'll keep that in mind.
For the actors, you said you're getting closer together as characters, but there's been a classic conflict between particularly Camille and Rush with Young. How do you reconcile the struggle for power on the ship, but say you're getting closer?
There's an episode in the second series called The Greater Good, which is one of Rush's kind of lines that he says a lot in the show, and that really is it's a wonderful episode, that, because everything really comes up, is put on the table in that episode, everything is kind of up. And it's the final kind of real moment between Rush and Young. Rush and Young have been like this, obviously, you guys know, for the whole of the first show. And it's pretty much like that up until I think we're about episode 7 or 8, something like that, when Greater Good comes along. But Greater Good then kicks off a few episodes. In fact, the next one's called Malice. There's one after that called Twin Destinies. And really, inside those 3 episodes there, I think addresses what you're talking about. These characters then have to, they accept, certainly Rush and Young and Greater Good accept that they can't, unless one of them dies, that's it, they're going to be stuck together for the rest of the time, so they have to get on with it, and they have to, even just for the sake of the crew, the benefit of the crew, they have to pretend in some way to get on. But I think it's more than that this time. It's more than just pretending. I think Rush certainly and Young certainly is trying their best to get on with each other now and to, as Robert said earlier on, move the mission forward. And that's what Rush kind of presents to Young at the end, is that we can either sit and we can fight for the rest of the time, or you can stop looking behind you, stop looking in the past, look at what's ahead and aim for that.
I think there's a recognition of a common goal, which I think forces everyone to kind of rise above some of the differences they may have had. That question deserves a box set.
Do you feel powerful? You feel
box
so,
sets.
the way you say it, it's like, you're the emperor. That one deserves.
Okay, you can choose the next one. You can be the queen.
You mean the empress? Empress Ming.
We only have time for one or two more questions.
Oh,
And Ming, this question is for you.
you deserve.
Elaborate on playing the quadriplegic, the process you went through, and also how you think it changed Camille, because now she's always in control and not after that, or not during that.
Yeah, I think, all of us, we just take what we have for granted, and when they proposed for me to play the quadriplegic, I immediately went online, immediately started watching, unfortunately, Christopher Reeves. He had a lot of interviews, a lot of videos and things that he did after he had his accident. And I took a lot of information from that. And then I asked questions of some of my ER colleagues, about the breathing process and the things that happen and what they have to go through and endure. And it's really, you should count your lucky stars, and I do every day, that you can walk on your own 2 feet and pick up your own food and like your own. And I think the way it changes Camille is that it makes her realize, in many ways for me when I was going through it, just how much she was willing to sacrifice for a chance to, one, go home and see Sharon, and two, to feel that she really is starting to believe in this mission in a way, because there's just so much involved now on such a personal level for her. Enjoy your box set.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming, and we really hope that you guys enjoy season 2. This is the cast of Stargate Universe. Now I think the wonderful people at Sci-Fi have another little promo for you to watch. Might have something to do with a show called Capricorn.